placed in your heart, and somewhere within you've always known who you are. So don't let the world guide your life. Follow the voice deep inside your heart. And though the universe asked for your hand in this dance, you can still choose to go your own way. But if you choose to let go to the dance of your soul, you may find that you're more than you thought you were.
This week has been a very busy week. We've been out looking at buildings. We just talked with Eric about getting us on live instead of just the recorded online. Last week we had about 8 people from around the country say, how can I log in and see it live instead of having to wait for the recorded version? This is where I go to church. And we went, wow, I don't know, we better make that happen. And it was out of our realm. We didn't know how to make that happen. And then this week we had a Halloween party on Thursday, or on Friday. On Saturday, Mary had a weight loss workshop, and then today, and so we got busy, and we're like, gosh, we could really use some help. And then before the service, Eric shows up and says, hey, this is what I do. I can help you do this. Let's talk. Thank you. Thank you. And so we're going to be getting together this week and figuring it out. This coming week, we've got some meetings scheduled with some folks about a building, and so that'll take care of the parking issue. And so things are growing, and what's our motto?
Good and always getting better.
Yeah!
And it's amazing because every week we say this is the best one yet, this is the best one yet, and every week it gets better and better and better, and so we are so excited.
And the cool part is it gets better because you show up. Every week.
Everybody's energy.
You're stuck with us.
Well, that's good. We want to be.
Today's goals and intentions. So as you set the intention for the day, you get the most out of it. If you come in to make the most, to take life-changing principles with you, that's what will happen. It's amazing how intention works. Every time I seem to question it, I will test it out, and lo and behold, it will amaze me. So as we set the intention for the day, if you agree with our affirmation, please join us in saying it.
We utilize our most precious gift of free will to set our intentions and make them known. Today we choose an incredible experience. Today we intend to be a part of the miracle and accept the miraculous. And I believe you can.
Yeah! Yeah!
Okay. Well, on the back of the bulletin is kind of a list of stuff that we believe. And we kind of say this every week because we never know who's new and tuning in for the first time. But when we started Connections, we've been called to start it for a long, long time. And we finally gave in and said, okay, God, how can we help? How can we do our part? And as we did, initially, we've got such a wide mix of people and of belief systems and of pasts and presents and futures. We've got folks from the Mormon religion, the Catholic religion, the Lutheran, all the way around. We've done a lot of work with the native tribes and the Native American traditions of several different tribes. They're being a psychic and a medium and a healer and all of these things. And my wife being a hypnotist and hypnotherapist. We had so much to draw from that it was almost overwhelming with what we were going to do. And so the only thing that we could find to do was just erase it all and say, what are our goals? if you want us to do this, what are we here to do? And we narrowed it down to only 2 goals. 1, a better understanding and closer relationship with God and myself, and 2, tools for life mastery. Because the more of life I master, the more good stuff I get to enjoy, and the less negative stuff I have to endure. As I do that, I'm able to raise my vibration, and with that, raise the vibration of everybody I come in contact with, as do you. And so as a group, it makes it much easier to stay positive throughout the week and really expect good things to happen when you surround yourself with other folks who are raising theirs and expecting it to happen also. And so that way it's not just a me trying to will myself into positive thinking or positive energy. Instead, I've got a lot of help all raising theirs at the same time. And so we just erased the sheet and said, what brings us to those 2 goals? Anything that we've seen work, we can draw from any of it because God is in all things. And because we've gone to a lot of different metaphysical and new thought, new age churches and groups and things in the past, some of them we went to for days, weeks, months, a couple of them even years, before we figured out what they even believed. And like you get a little secret decoder ring after you've been there a while, and they took you in the back room and said, hey, this is what we got. And we don't want to be that way. We want to be just right up front and say, here's what we got. If it works for you, keep coming. And if it really works for you, then bring friends. And now with bringing the whole process online, we've been online for the last several weeks. We've had now 300 people from around the globe tune in and get to be a part of our virtual service.
Awesome.
And that's, last count was 17 states and 5 countries that we had Connections members in. And that's still growing. And every week we get phone calls and emails from folks in different parts of the country and different parts of the world telling us what their experience with Connections is. They're as much a part of this family as any of us are. And they come through that little box in the back with the wire on it for right now. So welcome.
Welcome. Hi.
So if you agree with what's here, we invite you to read it with us. We believe
that there is one God, of which we are a part. We believe that the spiritual blueprint can lead to a greater understanding and relationship with God and ourselves, which leads to life mastery. We help the world as we help ourselves and each other.
Good way to start the day. So, if you wouldn't mind, join me in prayer. Lord, thank you for this morning. Thank you for each and every person who chose to be here, who chose to make us a part of their spiritual journey. At the same time, we're so glad that they became a part of ours. The two meld in together, that it's not yours and ours and theirs, it's an ours. And we honor that so much. By the same token, we honor the path that other folks find to God who may not be here. Whatever path they're using to get closer to you, God, we honor them, and we honor that path. We honor every church, every synagogue, every temple, every sweat lodge, every mosque, nature, meditation, however someone is whatever path they're using to find you, we honor them and we honor their path. And at the same time, we ask that they honor our path also, as we're all ultimately leading to the same place. We ask your blessing with today's service, that the words that come out of us are the words that you would want to come out of us. And the ears they go to are open, and that the truth that comes through resonates with everyone who hears it. We just feel so blessed to be here and to be a part of this.
Announcements. Our healing room is open. Starting this week, we've opened it up at 10 o'clock, so a half hour before service. Noah was in this morning offering her services. She's a wonderful psychic, medium, healer. It balanced my chakras this morning, so.
And so was Jazz.
Yeah.
Jazz was ready to go, and I see energy, and so I see when folks are plugged in, and when they've got stuff shooting through them, I see it, I feel it. And so when I go like to a holistic fair or whatever, I just look around the room and I see who's plugged in and who isn't, and whoever's plugged in, that's who I go to. And both these two individuals are very hooked up and offering what they do, what they offer for absolute free. Just show up before 10 to 10:30, go right around to the healing room, whether it's a physical healing, an energetic healing, information, whatever you need, they're there for you. And anyone else who's a Reiki master, a massage therapist, they feel guided to help in some way, go over there and offer to help. And anybody who needs some help, just go right around the corner. You're in good hands. We set an incredible energy in this space.
Please utilize it. It's there for.
It's something that's very unique to Connections, and we just feel like it is such a service, and we know how we feel when we get to give, and we want that same feeling for others who want to give. And we know how we feel when we receive, when we feel better, when we feel healing, when we get that bit of guidance that we need. And so we wish that for everyone else too. So please, it's available to you. Come take me.
Also, next week is time change, so don't forget. We're jumping ahead. No, falling back.
Fall back.
Bring it. Fall
back.
back.
We're gonna fall back.
So thank you, Sue, for reminding us about
Yes.
the time change, because
Thank
we
you.
completely forgot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, also in announcements, as we've kind of talked about a little bit each week, we started this month of October, with Mary's weight loss thing. And the four of us decided to make a challenge, and that challenge was to lose 75 pounds this month between the four of us. We have lost 72, 73. 70.
Yeah! Great!
In 1 month's time.
Awesome.
73 pounds. That's just, wow. If you'd have asked me a month ago, I said, gosh, I don't know, but I hope so.
He was expected not to.
I've never tried losing weight before in my life. And I needed to, I wanted to. And even though I didn't completely understand it, I said, I just trust in it. You do what you do, and I'll do whatever my part is. And follow the program, and this is the results. Last week, I was in a white Connection shirt, which was a 2X. Now I'm in a black Connection shirt, which is a 1X.
Yeah! Great!
The last time I was this weight was about 12 years ago. And it's not stopping at the end of the month. The last time Mary was this weight was 12 years ago. So it's incredible stuff. This place is all about tangible changes. It's not just let's talk about something, it's let's talk about it, implement it, and get the results from it. And this is just another manifestation of that.
I have an announcement. Oh, please. Announce.
Announce away.
Seems to be my job.
It is one of the many.
We have a couple more volunteers that have earned their T-shirts for helping at Connections. If Misty and Jez would come forward, please. Quite a long ways to come to service. They're from Port St. John, and they're here early every Sunday to set up chairs. They stay late to put chairs away. They're always here helping. Misty sometimes works with the skit, so rather than put multiple things, we put volunteer. So Jez, there's your shirt.
All right! Yay! That's awesome.
Also, too, just as a quick announcement, this is the very first off-the-press black T-shirt that I told you we couldn't make, and there is a transfer for black, and Scott put in his $12 because he says, I want a black one. So if anybody would like one, any of the shirts can be made on any color now, and it's a donation of $12 just to the church in the basket. Let me know. That's it.
Thank you.
But you
Thank
only
you.
get
Thank you.
volunteering.
The only way to get a white T-shirt is to volunteer. You volunteer 5 times at anything, and you get awarded a white shirt. Last week, Justin received his. Today, Jez and Misty, and we're expecting more and more because this place grows because of you. It gets better and better because of you. And when the folks got called by Spirit to reward that, to offer that, to make a white shirt club, that was just so cool. And then, so the only way to get one is to earn it, or if you want a black one, you can buy it. So it becomes kind of a fundraiser, and that's cool too.